Hi, this is Lisa Somerville for Divinity Designs. Today I'm here to share with you the release for September 2025. This month we are releasing one stamp die duo, two custom dies, and two paper pad collections. Now let's take a closer look at the products found in the September 2025 release. First, we have our stamp die duo. This is a clear stamp set that contains 6 stamps and one custom die. The die that's included in this stamp die duo die cuts the image. And here you can see the clear stamps. Just a reminder, when using clear stamps, you want to be sure to condition the stamps prior to using. Conditioning your stamps will help remove any film or residue that might be left on the stamp and ensures a nice crisp image when stamping. To die cut the image from the stamp die duo, simply stamp or heat emboss onto cardstock. Then center the die over the stamped or heat embossed image. Use removable tape to hold that die in place, then die cut following the directions for your die cutting machine. That will leave you the nicely die cut, stamped, or heat embossed image that you can use to embellish your cards, scrapbook pages, or home decor projects. Next, we have our two paper pad collections. The first paper pad, Mosaic Pumpkins A2 card fronts. This paper pad contains 32 designer papers, 8 sheets of each design. It coordinates with the A2 landscape card base with layer die set. The card fronts can be die cut using the layering die. Let's take a closer look at the papers found in the Mosaic Pumpkins A2 card fronts. Again, to die cut the papers from the A2 card fronts, I'm going to be using the layering die from the A2 landscape card base with layer die set. The landscape card base with layer die set will die cut and score your cardstock to create an A2 size card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. The layer is 4 by 5 1/4. To die cut the beautiful pre-printed images, simply center the layering die from the A2 landscape card base with layer die set over the pre-printed image. Use removable tape to hold that die in place, then die cut and emboss following the directions for your die cutting machine. Here you can see one of those beautiful pre-printed papers, die cut and embossed using the layering die along with the A2 landscape card base. To add a pop of color between your layer panel and your base card, you can use our matting rectangle. Now let me share with you a few cards created with the Mosaic Pumpkins A2 card fronts, along with additional Divinity Designs product. On this card, I've added dimension to the A2 card front by using one of our embossing folders. You can also change the look of your cards by using some of our frame die sets. And now let's move on to our next paper pad. The Scarecrow Season paper pad contains 9 scarecrow designs, 12 of each image. The sizes are approximately 2.5 by 3 inches high by 2.5 by 3 inches wide. Again, this is a pre-printed paper pad. These images can be die cut with many of our different shape dies. You'll simply center the die over the pre-printed image, use the removable tape to hold the die in place, then die cut and emboss following the directions for your die cutting machine. Embossing your dies will bring out the detail of the dies. And here's a few samples using the Scarecrow Season paper pad, along with additional Divinity Designs products. Here I've used our Arches Shaker die set to create a shaker card. And here you can see I've used this paper pad to create a bunch of mini cards along with envelopes. And last, we have our 2 custom die sets. Thin rectangles, a set of 14. And pierced thin rectangles, a set of 15. You can use these die sets separately or use them together. When using these die sets, be sure to die cut and emboss following the directions for your die cutting machine. Embossing the dies will bring out the detail of the dies. These die sets are great for adding additional design elements to your cards. Here you can just see one of the many die cuts from both the thin rectangles and the pierced thin rectangles. Again, you can use these as design elements to create your cards. As you can see, there are many different ways that you can use the thin and pierced thin rectangles to add different design elements to your cards. Now let's take a look at some of the projects created by the design team using the September 2025 release along with additional Divinity Designs products. For more inspiration, visit the product pages on our website, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Instagram.